He walked into Pocomoke forest with a camera and confidence. But by sunrise, he was crawling out, shaking, silent, and scarred for life. What happened in those woods? The footage will chill you to your core. It started as a joke. A harmless dare between friends during a weekend barbecue. Bet you won't last a night in Pocomoke forest, Marcus had said with a smirk, flipping a burger as the others laughed around the fire pit. Jay took a sip from his soda and shrugged. Easy. That place is just a tourist trap with a few ghost stories. But Marcus leaned in, lowering his voice. Nah, man. That forest has a pulse. People go in and don't come out the same. If they come out at all. Jay rolled his eyes. I've urban explored tunnels in Detroit, abandoned asylums, even that haunted hotel in New Orleans. I can handle a bunch of trees. But the challenge stuck. And for a content creator always looking for viral material, the idea was golden. He announced the adventure on his channel, surviving one night in America's most haunted forest. His fans flooded the comments, some excited, some worried. On a crisp Saturday afternoon, Jay packed his bag, a GoPro, drone, flashlight, water, snacks, and a few spare batteries. He stepped into Pocomoke forest just before sunset, full of confidence. But the second he crossed the threshold, something shifted. The air was heavier, colder. He shook it off. All right guys, he said to the camera, your boy is officially in. Let's see what all the fuss is about. Behind him, the trees closed like a gate. The deeper Jay walked, the quieter the forest became. Birds stopped chirping. The wind vanished. It was the kind of silence that screams in your ears. He kept talking to the camera, narrating his experience with forced enthusiasm. Looks like your average woods so far. Just trees, bugs, and he paused, a lot of nothing. But then the fog started. At first, it was just a thin mist crawling along the ground. Within minutes, it rose up like smoke, wrapping around the trunks and blurring the path behind him. It smelled earthy, almost rotten. Jay reached for his flashlight and clicked it on. That's when he heard it. A soft, breathy whisper. Not one, but several. Layered, like a group whispering secrets at once. He froze. Is someone there? No réponse. But the whispers continued, murmuring, overlapping, circling. Then he heard something that made his blood run cold, his name. Not once, but twice. Jay. Jay, he spun around, flashlight scanning the trees. Nothing. Just thick fog and shadows. He picked up his pace, nervous now, trying to find a clearing. The camera was still rolling, capturing his growing unease. In the footage, something terrifying became clear later. The whispers weren't just random. They were repeating exact phrases he had said earlier, word for word. After nearly an hour of navigating the misty maze, Jay stumbled into a strange formation, trees arranged in a near-perfect circle. It looked almost intentional, as if someone had planted them that way. At the center sat a rusted tricycle. Its red paint chipped away, its wheels frozen in time. Thick moss clung to its frame. There were no paths leading in or out. No sign of a child. Just the tricycle, waiting. Jay's heart thudded in his chest. He raised the camera. Okay, that's not creepy at all. As he stepped into the circle, the temperature dropped. He could see his breath, even though it was early fall. That's when the humming began. A child's tune. Off-key, slow, and haunting. Jay scanned the trees. Où est there? This isn't funny. The humming grew louder, circling him like the fog. Then, snap. A twig cracked behind him. He turned sharply. Nothing. But just beneath his foot, he felt tension. He looked down and saw a thick rope, half buried in the dirt, tied into a noose. Chills shot up his spine. Nope. I'm out, he muttered. As he turned to leave, the tricycle's front wheel creaked, slowly turning on its own. He ran. And the humming turned into laughter. Jay sprinted through the forest, lungs burning, legs aching. He didn't care where he was going, only that he was going away. But no matter how far he ran, the scenery didn't change. Same dead tree. Same crooked branche. Same decaying log with a red leaf stuck to it. He checked his GPS. No signal. His compass app spun in lazy circles, unable to lock onto anything. Jay tried to stay calm. All right. I just need to retrace my steps. I'll find the road. Suddenly, laughter echoed through the trees. Not the giggling of a child this time, something deeper. Twisted. Malvol. It felt like the forest was laughing at him. Jay pressed his back to a tree, breathing heavily. The fog seemed to close in tighter now, pushing against him like a wall. Then a voice, low, raspy, ancient, whispered, "You shouldn't be here." He looked up and saw her. A woman stood at the edge of the fog. Pale. Barefoot. Her long white dress was soaked at the bottom. Her face blank, eyes black like ink. She didn't blink. She didn't move. She just raised one arm and pointed. Jay turned slowly in the direction she indicated. There, in the middle of the forest, was a tree. But it wasn't like the others. It was split open down the middle, wide like a mouth. Inside, pitch darkness. Then the whisper came again. "Enter." Jay doesn't remember much after that moment. He recalls backing away, tripping, crawling, and then, darkness. A fog-covered blur of screaming, running, and shapes darting between trees. He woke up just after dawn, lying by the edge of a highway. A passing hiker nearly tripped over him. Jay's face was scratched, his hands covered in dirt, his voice hoarse from shouting. They rushed him to a nearby ranger station. But Jay refused to speak much. He just kept repeating, "Don't go back. It's not just trees. It's alive." Back home, Jay reviewed the footage. Hours of eerie silence, whispers, and fog, but it was the final 5 minutes that broke him. The camera, still strapped to his chest, caught a figure behind him. A shadow with no face, silently walking just beyond the trees, matching his every step. Then just before the camera cut out, the same voice, small and soft, whispered, "Come back. We're not finished." Jay uploaded the video to YouTube under the title, "I Survived One Night in Pocomoke Forest, Never Again." It exploded. Millions watched. Thousands commented, pointing out chilling details he missed, like a second voice saying, "He belongs to us now." Jay has never returned to Pocomoke. His uploads have changed. No more forests. No more abandoned places. Now, he sticks to daylight. Because he knows the truth. Some forests don't just grow. They remember.
And Pocomoke never forget.